Ahoy, how you doing today? My name's Dale. I'm the social work librarian, so thanks for reaching out to me. Anytime you want to reach out to me, by the way, um, Dale.Larson at not at what? At Utah edu. So a couple questions. First one was, how do we find that article? That's the easy one. So here's a piece of that title that I put in quotes, so to look for that specific string of text. And I can show you what to do. So we go into articles, and this is the one that you were talking about. It's like, oh, I can't get this. Couple tips. One, when you are, it's very deceptive. If you log in here and go to off-campus access, you'll have more of that kind of a Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus login model with all the articles. So, but also you can get that from logging into CIS or into Canvas, anything that makes you do that duo authentication with your phone. And then you can go just like anywhere on the open web, but also including databases and library catalog. Is that the issue? I'm not sure. Let's find out. When you get here, if you're logged in, when you click on link to online resource, it'll it's okay, normally it doesn't say that. That's a bit of a tease, isn't it? It's kind of like, oh, here's the online resource, and then it's kind of like, sucker. I'm going to get that reported. That should not be that way. This should be just like, this shouldn't exist. Oh, what a nightmare. Okay. That was terrible bit of a tease. So let's take this same search, and I'll show you another way to get it. So this one, we can see, if we go down to the subjects, we can see all of these different keywords. So here's one of the keywords. There's another one. There's populations. I don't know if this falls under medicine or if it falls under looks like it's less about psychology and it's more like physiology. So a couple places that we could look. That is such a bait and switch. So what we can do, you notice that I open up a tab every time I do this. I don't want to lose that. One thing we can always do is go to Interlibrary Loan and log in. I've already done my duo authentication, and then you do a new request for an article, and then you can fill in the, if you go in, you can see the journal title is Advances in Experimental Medicine Biology. Here's all that, what we call metadata, and you just fill it in here, article, title, author, and then you click Submit Request, and somebody will go out and find it for you, and then you'll get an email, and you'll come back here. So we can always do Interlibrary Loan, but do I have that title copied again? Okay, I do. Let me show you a couple places that you can look. I think since this is medicine and it's a little bit of psychology, let's look at a more general database. One that I love is Scopus. There's another one called Web of Science, but these are kind of like big databases that have a myriad of disciplines in them. So it's not just medicine, not just psychology, but it also has like electrical engineering and blah, 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 blah. So let's look for the title of the article again, in quotes, so it all sticks together. I'm going to get rid of this space, though, or it won't find it. Hey, the article exists here. So here's another thing we can do. Let's go into the article. So this won't have the full text here, but it'll give us some options. Under full text options, let's click on Find It. And this will look in other databases. So the library catalog should do this. I'm waiting for the bad news to drop. Is it going to send it to the same place? It did. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, weird. We got a completely different list of things. Oh, services for related titles? Oh, this is really messed up. Something's afoot here. So what you can do, I'll get this sorted out. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like it's a book in this one, or it's a chapter of a book. Could it be that this was misassigned? Yeah, sure, there's a book publisher. And there's, oh yeah, page, well, This might have been one of those things where it was an actual ebook rather than an article, and it was just misassigned by something. I feel like such a detective. So let's look at, so we want that to be a book. Let's see what eBook Central says. Is it in the book? Oh, it's in the book called Medical Research. Okay, this is a hot mess. This isn't just a mess. It's a hot mess. I'll track that down for you. But what you can do to find more articles like this one is you can look at the references. So these are the references that article used that we can't seem to find, and it defies existence. If we can view those in results format. So that article, you can see what they cited you can go by newest or the number of times that something's been cited. But typically a lot of these things are going to be articles that support what you already wanted to say. So gender assignment, phallic reconstruction, sex reassignment, all of these are somewhat related. Another thing that you can do, which I think is more of my favorite, is when you go and you look for this article in Scopus, you can see, so this has been around for like 20 years. Who has cited this is this list right here. And so, like, what have you done for me lately? And you can see there's all sorts of great things in here that might be more related to what you're looking for and more relevant because of the technology, cultural shifts, political shifts, and everything has changed a huge amount in the last 20 years, hasn't it? So that's one thing you can do. But if we look at this as a keyword, which I notice I'm looking at a second monitor, let's go back and look at that. So if we go to this keyword, let's see what's tied with that. So 786, but all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of different things that might be more relevant than that 2002 article. And you can go by articles, and you can also narrow those articles down to peer-reviewed, and you can also narrow those down to articles that have happened in the last 5 years. Well, I hesitate to type 2020. So much happened in 2020. So then it narrows it down to something that might be more relevant for what you're looking for. Another thing you can do is you can add keywords by putting an add and intersex. And every time you add an and, it narrows it down even further. And intersex and gender reassignment. So what this means is it has to have all three of those. Is that too narrow? That article keeps showing up. Oh, that is something, isn't it? Let me go back and look here. Yeah, there's just... What I would recommend is maybe look up articles on this, maybe look up articles on this, or maybe just like two together instead of all three together. Because it looks like all three just have one article, which I will get for you or die trying. So for example, let's get rid of this. Let's just look at these two concepts. And that one article, of course, is going to show up again, but it'll give us some more. Or you can go in Or you can go in so it looks like there's a nice handful of articles if you mix and match the keywords instead of looking for all three. I'm so sorry for this. It was kind of fun. I hope you had fun too while we were sorting this out. I will get that article and I will get back to you as soon as I get it. But hopefully this will help as a start. Let me know how it goes though. It sounds like we're just starting to figure out a search and I'm happy to continue helping.